Come on in. Come on in. Everybody come on into the room. This is something that many people have been wondering when this is going to happen. Now, it looks as if maybe TMZ might have been first because they posted it about 24 minutes ago, maybe 34 minutes now. Diddy has been taken into federal custody in New York. Now, we know that he had been walking around with people, kind of hanging out with his friends. In regards to my videos, I had said that he hasn't yet been taken into custody. So let's go through the disclaimer as it gives people more time to come in. It normally takes at least 1 to 2 minutes for people to come in. But as you come in, like the video. Let's do the disclaimer, and then we're going to get into the topic of Diddy taken into federal custody in New York, aiming the issues of what we've been talking about for months. Let's get to it. So thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please share if you care. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what's on Instagram, what's on Twitter, what's going on in the news around the world. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. And don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. And have a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Okay, so we're going to get to this topic because everybody's now reporting on it. And I was over there Netflix chilling, and then all of a sudden I was like, let me check my phone. So it's being reported Diddy has been reportedly taken into federal custody in New York after the grand jury in regards to the indictment. Neighbors, Diddy was arrested downtown Manhattan on Monday after the grand jury indicted him, according to TMZ. Like I said, TMZ looks like they reported it first. It's not known what exactly was indicated for, but it appears linked to the situationships. There's words I can't say, y'all know it. When we talk about traffic, let's see. And then, just recently, last week, Dawn filed another lawsuit. I think everyone was trying to get their lawsuits in prior to this alleged indictment. Diddy attorney Mark speaks, spoke at the site. We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the United States Attorney Office. Sean Combs is a music icon, and if there's wrongdoing, there's wrongdoing. At some point, the industry has to get exposed for their wrongdoing. People should be able to go into an industry and be okay with enjoying their craft, what they love to do. People shouldn't be in a situation where they're concerned. I think that's the one thing people continue to talk about. People should not go into an industry, and we're hearing this one seems to be having issues with relationships or rehab, or, there's certain things that's been going on, and we see it. We see that people are struggling in the industry, whether that's getting paid, whether that's going on tours, whether that's having healthy relationships. Something had to give. And if going to his house and having the raid and FBI and, all these people speaking out, is everybody wrong? Who has anything good to say? And then this is the biggest thing. If people are saying higher ups was on a payroll, I'll be general. That's what my page do. Y'all can figure stuff out. If people were on the payroll to assist and help, baby, who's going to follow behind? A lot of these famous actresses, actors, musicians are shaking in their boots right now for the association with Some are shaking in their boots right now. Real talk. Let's see. Icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man. That's the other thing. We have to think about his children. But he really should have thought about his children before all this happened. And they're trying to say that some of the money has been transferred into the children's name. This is the one biggest thing. And this is what I said before. Told you my page is a little different. I pay attention to stuff. I don't think he hit the billionaires list. Mind you, remember when Kanye was having all those problems, remember? Kanye dropped from the billionaires list, and I think it was Jay-Z and Diddy. And then Kanye's name wasn't on there because of all the stuff that he was going through, and he had left Adidas. But then alleged, remember about 2-3 years ago, whatever it was, remember 2-3 years ago, Diddy's name was on there. But I don't think he was on there this year. So was he transferring money last year, this year, and then that dropped him from being on the billionaires list? I don't think it hit this year because we would have saw it. But maybe it was, and I just didn't notice it. But yeah, if he's putting things in his children's name, how could he be a billionaire? You know what I'm saying? So that's something I'm going to have to check out. You know, whether he's a music icon or not, if people are filing lawsuits, that's something that people need to look at. Someone's character at some point was done in the dark will come to light. If people are concerned about SA and traffic, that in itself is concerning. Let's see. The attorney is basically saying he's a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and a provider who has spent at least 30 years building his empire. You're basically saying he adores his children and works to uplift the Black community. Baby, in regards to Cassie's lawsuit, a lot of us women were triggered, gut punched, and then we had the video come out 3 or 4 months after that, and we saw what happened at that elevator. Baby, for the people that were like, there's no proof, when they saw that video, they was like, if that was my sister, they were like, it's unforgivable now, because it shut a lot of people up in saying that couldn't be my sister. That couldn't be my mother. A lot of women go through stuff and they don't tell nobody. Check on your sisters, check on your aunts, check on your nieces. Tell them you never have to be in a situation where you don't feel safe and comfortable. A lot of women don't tell their brothers and uncles because they don't want them to go to jail. So you got to really be careful who you take around your family, who you choose. Make sure they get along with their mom, their dad, their aunts, their uncles. Be aware of what people say about other people. If people are walking in love, cool. If people are walking in shade and this and that, and they're just all of a sudden they have these sparks of attitude and concern, and when you look at making the band, people should have knew then that there was major concerns. I saw a video, and honey, y'all been on vacation. I saw a video of making the band, how he would talk to those girls, how he would talk to the men, how he treated the dance instructors, how the guys would have to do XYZ to prove that they wanted to be there. When you look at Cassie's lawsuit, there's years and years and years of what she went through. And then when she tried to leave, look at her trying to get into the elevator and what happened. That shut a lot of famous people up. She tried to leave, and look what happened when she tried to get into that elevator. Look what happened. So I can only imagine what the cameras didn't catch. You understand what I'm saying? So TMZ reported it. The Neighborhood Talk is talking about it. The Jasmine brand is talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. And then people were saying, will he flee? Will he do a Russell Simmons? Baby, he's been hanging out. And people have been, I'm sure they've been keeping an eye on. And then this is the biggest thing. Who is next? Who's on the list of their association, affiliation, and businesses that are going to be affected by them being associated with him? You really got to think about, there's a lot of famous people doing a lot of stuff. It's like, what? We didn't see that coming. You're going into that business. That's interesting. Okay, you've been doing a lot of media lately. Baby, I know his friends are scared. His friends are scared. Who was he cool with back in the day? Kanye, Jay-Z, and Diddy, and other music people. But look at what we have with Kanye. Kanye got his whole wife dressed out in these streets looking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Sorry. And then we hear all these stories about Diddy. So how much did Kanye know? How much did Jay-Z know? How much did all the security guards know? How much did the drivers know? How much did the hotels know? Hoo-wee. He continues. Let's see. He is an imperfect person. Well, many people have said that in the lawsuit. They've talked about what they've dealt with. They talked about what they experienced. I mean, Dawn's lawsuit and her having concerns and what was said. And, you know, sometimes they were saying, okay, with Dawn, then she wanted to try and get back into the group. You know, sometimes people struggle financially. So it's like, okay, maybe this person has changed. He continued, he is an imperfect person, but it is not. Okay, well, I'm not going to say that. Let's see. To his credit, Mr. Combs has been nothing but cooperative with the investigation. But I don't think he really has too much of a choice whether he's going to be cooperative or not. When you have the feds raid your home, with the Cassie lawsuit, he might have knew something was coming down the pike. And then remember how his son did a video saying, y'all missed the house. What? I don't know if that's possible, though. We had heard about the, I don't know, somebody just made a comment. It's for review. Be kind in the comments, you guys, because, you know, they flag stuff and you don't want to be known as saying something not acceptable, you know, through these YouTube streets. You got to be careful what you say. But yeah, it's concerning. And women, you know, check on your mothers, check on yourself. Are you happy? Are you at peace? Are there times that you're concerned about what your man is doing? Let's see. He's being cooperative in regards to the investigation. Let's see. Relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. That's what it's basically saying, that there's a lot of messages that you guys have to be careful. They're reviewing your comments, so just be careful what you're saying, everybody. Okay, so that one went through. But yeah, be careful what your comments are saying, everybody. Yeah, I mean, this is what I will say, is that some people said it was going to be September. Some people said it was going to be September because of the grand jury and what was going on with the grand jury. After they wrap up, you know, there's like maybe a 90-day time period. I don't think anybody said that it's a 3 or 4 month time period. Some people were saying a 60, 90 day. And my biggest thing, everybody, is who's along with. Who else is going to be a part of what transpired with him? You know what I mean? A lot of times when you see different videos of him hanging out with people, sometimes, you know, the phones were taken. I saw a video where he was with his children and other people and their phones were taken. Their phones were taken. So you can't record them. You can't, you know, something's going not right. And this is the biggest thing. if he leaves, say for instance, he gets an emergency, people's phones are locked up. You know what I'm saying? Why would you need to have an event and people's phones are locked up? Everybody be safe in an environment that if you're going somewhere and they got to lock up your phone, you never know what emergency could be with your family. And then you're at an event and your phone's locked up. If the person that's throwing a party takes your phone, you could have an emergency. You got to wait for them to come back to give you your phone. Just be careful, everybody. Let's see. See, that's what I'm wondering. If there are sports players, actors, and artists, that's what I'm wondering. That's going to be the biggest thing. There's so many people right now panicking. They're panicking. The parties, the events, the association, the text messages. Who was, who was working for him? I'm cautious of what I say. Who's working with him, working for him, the different places that allow different events to transpire. And if these different places knew something or heard something, let's see. Yeah, exactly. And that's my biggest thing, that there's a lot of people that's not better than him. They're still out there. There are still industry people still doing stuff. And this is the other thing. They have these younger girls doing, you see it. You see in the different videos and the different little TikToks. You see it. They're trying to bring up the next generation of doing this kind of stuff. Because there's still some people that's out there that have concerns, and a judge or jury will have to decide if he's done any wrongdoing, but he's been arrested. I'm not a judge. I'm not a jury. A lot of people read the lawsuit in regards to Cassie. A lot of people read the lawsuit in regards to his chef. A lot of people read the lawsuit in regards to Dawn. A lot of people have heard what different people had to say from the friend group. A lot of people have been concerned what we saw on TV. There's been so many things. Yeah, and that's what's going to be so telling. Who is going to now? This is the other thing you got to think about. Who's going to speak up? And thank you, Candace. Who's going to speak up now that he's locked up? Who's going to come forward and speak up now that he's locked up? Who's going to say, okay, I need to file something, or I need to tell a story? Because you got to remember, media, people want their clicks and views. People want attention. People want to go viral. Who's going to speak up now? Or who's going to say, I saw nothing. I saw, that's going to be so telling over these next 3 months. Who's going to speak up? Who's a part of it? Who's going to go down with his children, though, y'all? Because you figure, as a dad, he took a lot of the kids on. So, of course, Kim's no longer here. Oh, Quincy. Oh, I feel for Quincy. I do. Because Quincy's the oldest. So Quincy is sister and brother with the twin girls. You know what I'm saying? And then the one daughter just went to college. I don't know. Let's see. And then the other, oh my goodness, what about his sons? I'm hoping that the children that are of age don't get dragged into it. I'm sorry. I have to have a heart for the older children. I'm praying that the older children don't have. That's going to be sad. As a dad, you got to protect your kids from foolery. Let me see. Yeah, okay, you don't think that not one person going to speak out? I don't know. Slowly but surely, people have been filing the lawsuits. Slowly but surely, people have been speaking out. But this is the one thing you got to remember. In regards to him, stuff has been leaking. The Cassie tape got leaked somehow. I'm wondering if they're going to start leaking stuff in regards to other famous people. That's the concerning part. Are they going to go that route, or, you know, are these other famous people going to have to do a deposition? Are they going to have to sit? Are they going to have to make a statement? And then some of these pages that read, you know, the police reports and all that, there's a lot of people that go over a lot of these legal documents. So that's the biggest thing that people love. People love clout chasing. They love it. They love clout chasing. And some of these people are going to put their foot in their mouth trying to clout chase. I feel sorry for Quincy too. I feel sorry for Quincy too. Because Quincy's so laid back. We barely hear about who he's dating and who he's seeing. Quincy's not problematic. You know, losing a mother, he knew he had to walk up in a certain light to protect his sisters. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering if you know, if they're going to feel that some of the sons are caught up in, and now that he's been arrested, I feel I'm praying that there aren't lawsuits against any of his children, because people feel that they were wrongly done by their children. You know what I mean? Wow. Yeah, I can see that, you know, there's still people out there that may still work for the diddler. So, you know, some people may not want to speak up because they may say, well, he still has connections. He still got friends out here. And the daughters, is this their last year, or they have 2 more years in high school? Man. And then you think about all the stuff in regards to some of the business partners. Some people have spoke out in regards to if things were alleged taken from them. Like I said, all comments are alleged. A judge, jury will have to decide what's going on. And you're going to figure that we're going to hear different other people speak about what they experience. You know, I don't know much about a grand jury and what transpired. And if more people, I think one of your messages was restricted, Candace, but you probably didn't figure out how else to say it. Yeah. I'm wondering what's going to come down in regards to grand jury. I'm old enough to know that there was other cases I really didn't follow. It's like, okay, so-and-so did this. I'm not interested. I don't want to know. Okay, so-and-so did this. I don't want to know. This Diddy thing, I've been doing videos for a while. So this came about because, you know, a lot of us want to talk about the different topics that's hot. This has been a hot topic, you know, since the Cassie thing. So I don't know what transpires about the grand jury. Who's a part of the grand jury? You know, how much time, you know, judge, jury, you know, will people's testimonies be leaked? Is there documents that other people are going to be reading? You know, is some of that sealed? There's so much that's going to come down the pipeline of what happens next. Different people have been speaking out. One of the bodyguards spoke out. Some people, you know, that's gone to the event said, hey, you know, I stayed till 12. I stayed till 1. It's like, okay, what? Did stuff happen at 2:30? You know? And I recently just heard somebody talking about that. But I also saw a video in regards to He was jumping on this large bed, and another famous dancer was jumping on the large, it was a large bed. I mean, it was about the size of, it was huge. I saw that video recently, but if you're just now coming in, everybody, yeah, Diddy has been reportedly taken into federal custody in New York after the grand jury indictment. Let's see. Now, is this going to mess up? Let's see. Diddy has been taken into federal custody in New York. Exclusive from TMZ, Diddy was taken into federal custody in New York Monday night, developing story. So TMZ is going to come out with saying more. Yeah. And then if you don't know, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, I don't know if you know that 50 Cent baby mama, she's been a part of, they were seeking footage in regards to Mrs. Joy, and they were requesting footage and payments and other details. So that's the concerning part, that 50 Cent baby mama, grand jury consider crime against Diddy, breaking Diddy. Yeah, so they're talking about different stuff. Federal grand jury in New York considers crimes against Diddy. Diddy electronics was seized. That was in March. Diddy's private plane was stopped. That was March. Diddy's Los Angeles, Miami home was raided by federal law. That was also March. Yeah, there's just been a lot going on. Y'all let me know in the comments. Are y'all surprised? Some people said September. Some people said after March. Some people were like, oh yeah, he'll be in 30 days. Everybody's like, girl, stop playing. It is not going to be no 30 days. They need to go through tapes. They need to go to phone records. They need to go to emails. And then a lot of people stop subscribing to that person because it's like, girl, there's no way it's going to be in 30 days. So I remember listening to one girl. She was like, oh yeah, I kind of used to listen to some of her, listen to some of her videos. And once she said it'll be next month, she was like, girl, I had to unsubscribe because there's no way. We know that in regards to, a raid happening, we know that they're going to cross their T's and dot their I's. So yeah, that's why a lot of us kind of wait for stuff to come out. We wait from a TMZ, Neighborhood Talk, Jasmine Brand. We wait for different ones to talk about what's going on. But yeah, if you're just not coming in, everybody, yep, Diddy taken into federal custody in New York, aiming the situations, the traffic situations. I have to be journal what I say. Y'all let me know. Are y'all surprised? Many people said September. Are y'all surprised? The biggest thing too, not only his kids, there's aunts, there's uncle, his mother. Hello? And if things are in the family's name, whether it's in his mother's, his children's, how does that affect them if that's true? Because I don't know. If that's true, that some things are in the mother's name or the children's name, how does that work? Can it be reversed? Because it's almost like you're trying to tuck money away. But I guess they're trying to say, as a dad, he just want to make sure his children are secure for a bright future. But what does that do to his case as you're trying to shift and move stuff? If that's the truth. Many people have said allegedly things were transferred into different people's names. And that's the one thing I also have to check. Like I said, I don't know if he hit the billionaires list. He hit it after Kanye. But I don't know if he hit it last year. And I don't know if he hit it this year. So I'm wondering if there's some truth to that. things might have been moved. So of course that's going to take you out of the billionaire's list. His money's moved and assets are moved. Alleged. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything that's going on. And then I guess anybody in the comments know anything about the grand jury and what that entails, and what's basically coming down the pike. I mean, we knew that the grand jury was coming together, but what does that mean? How many people were all those people that were a part of the grand jury? Will they then take the stand to speak up against him? Just like this RICO case. You know, this RICO case has been going on for a long time, has it not? Is that something that's going to be similar to what Diddy's going to go through? It's like a RICO situation, a long trial situation. Baby. Ooh-wee. I'll probably deal with that story another time. Oop, I gotta save that, and I gotta save that. Yeah, you guys let me know. Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? I'm sure TMZ is going to get more, and then we're going to find out more from TMZ. I'm sure TMZ is going to get a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But this is the biggest thing. Whoever worked for or assisted in, right now they're shaking in their boots too. Could you imagine a wife sitting next to her husband? Didn't you work for him for about 5-6 years? Are we going to be okay? Didn't you work for him about 2 years? And then this is the biggest thing. With all the things that's been said over the years, like the videos you guys come in, it really lets everyone know we're live. You know me, I'm not normally live. Not this time of night. I'm not live this time of night. But yeah, I'm wondering, you know, as we've heard different stories, you think about the Cassies, you think about the Kims, you think about the Lori Harveys, you think about the Young Miamis. Young Miami was the last person that we know that dated him. They were out about, him taking her shopping. How does that affect Young Miami? How does that affect Lori Harvey? How does that affect Cassie? Did they give her, what do they call that, proffer agreement? Where, you know, she told on him, but they won't do anything in regards to Cassie. What about the other baby mamas? Are they a part of what's going? This is big. I'm just trying to think of who, how, what, who has to testify, who has to take the stand. What does all this mean? And how long will this go on? And how much time? Oh, my goodness. Like I said, I'm thinking about the children. Let's see. I already talked about that. His attorney spoke out. I already talked about how he had said he had an impact into the industry. Whew. Yep. Man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything. Surprised, not surprised? Surprised, not surprised? Surprised or not surprised? And whatever happened to his mule? You know what I mean? Whatever happened to the mule that was working with him? Can anybody tell me? Whatever happened with that guy that was working? Remember, he was supposed to go on spring break with his daughters, remember? And somebody got caught up. Now, many people were surprised that did not transpire, that he got caught up that day too. This is alleged person, mule, working with you, for you. Were they basically trying to say this is a guy that's traveling with stuff and they don't have nothing to do with me getting on your plane, but you should be careful about who gets on your planes. So I just wanted to do a quick video, y'all. About to get my beauty rest. I'll probably do a longer video tomorrow, but I thank everyone for being here. Like we said before, everybody's going to be talking about it for sure. Let's see. Diddy has been taken into federal custody. Connections with that. Yep. So there's certain words I can't even show. So I'm wishing everyone well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Everyone have a great night. Goodbye.